Studierende an einer Universität im mittleren Westen der USA bereiten ein Theaterstück für das Augsburger internationale Brechtfestival vor. Ihr Arbeitsprozess wird von einem Filmteam begleitet und dokumentiert.
Now we're going to start doing the elbows, remember? No, remember?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not that. I
thought it was shoulder rolls.
No,
Yeah.
it's a ship show. You're right. I'm tired. I'm tired.
Just do the shoulder rolls. Oh yeah, come down.
Here.
Backwards. The diagonals like
Now. Yes.
There we go.
I hate that I know this.
And then, go back.
Oh yeah.
I feel like we're going faster, but it's
I think
not.
you.
It's not bad. Let's go to where was I at?
I
Where was I at?
You were there.
I was like here.
I don't remember. Yep. Your four corners, but
No, I was here. We switched, remember?
Okay, Meredith, so tell me why you wanted to do this play.
I wanted to do this play because I was presented with a really unique opportunity to come up with any concept that could connect to Brecht, and it was a really unique creative opportunity. And I wanted to focus on the pieces of Brecht on Brecht by George du Bois that dealt with Bertolt Brecht's time in World War II. And there is a specific poem at the end of my excerpt of the play. It's not the end of the original play, but titled "To the Next Generation," and a large part of it entreats the modern reader, whatever modern that was, be it like the 70s when George du Bois wrote it, or a modern audience now, to do better with the life that they were given, because the life that they were given is so much better than the life that the people involved in World War II were given. Like, they were forced to be a part of this horrible part of history, and we have a different, our time is different, and we have different opportunities, and we shouldn't take them for granted. And while that is true, there is a part of that felt a little ironic to me on my initial read of it, because I felt like, yeah, I mean, sure, we aren't living in World War II times, but we're living in completely different, crazy, horrible, dangerous times. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Let's just read through To the Next Generation. We're going to mostly focus on that one for today.
It is true that I earned my keep, but do you believe me? It is only an accident, nothing I do gives me the right to fill my gut. By accident, I have been spared, but when my luck runs out, I am lost.
They tell me, do eat and drink, and be happy that you do. But how can I eat and drink when all that I eat is torn out of the mouth of the hungry, and my glass of water is missed by those who are dying of thirst? And yet I eat and drink.
Making art in Kirksville oftentimes feels like you're shouting into a void. I think that our campus that we are on, Truman State University, is a rather liberal campus, just more people with progressive ideas, and the surrounding town is obviously made up of more conservative people, since we are in a rural area of the United States. And we ignore them and they ignore us, and we just kind of live our lives very close to each other physically, but philosophically, mentally so far apart. So I feel like there is a small pool of people I can influence and really talk to on campus, but they're all people who believe a lot of the same things I believe and who are my age and who have lived my experiences. So it's more of an echo chamber than a real sounding board for art. So I wanted to chat with you guys a little bit about what you think, what do you folks want to get out of this piece? in terms of what you want the audience to walk away with. It's a pointed piece. It is about current events, and it is meant to have a comment on our current society and impact people, and like Brecht wanted to do originally, impact actual change. So, what elements of that do you guys want to make sure the audience walks away with,
Yeah, honestly, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm just here to build my resume a little bit, and I don't really know much about Brecht.
That's fair.
And I really don't care about politics, in all honesty. Mainly because, honestly, too many people argue over it. So I really don't want to go into details because, honestly, I had to yell at my sister the other day because she kept saying, fuck Biden. Was a thing. No, I'm not kidding. Like, that was a thing.
No, I know.
So I'm getting so mad over just little things already in our state that I really don't care who it touches at this point.
So your goal is to grow and learn as a performer.
Yeah.
And
Maybe.
Yes. Okay.
Maybe.
I understand that. That's valid.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Anyone have anything that they're?
I guess something along those lines, but as you said, it is like a pointed piece, so like no offense, but obviously something is gonna come of this. You can't do a piece that's charged and the audience stays exactly the same as they were when they started watching.
Yeah.
I get that,
Yeah, that's valid.
I get that Brecht is complicated, but
Well, I don't think he's complicated. I never said he was complicated. I just said I didn't care. I didn't really know him.
Sorry.
Whatever.
Kaylin, Leah.
I think that I really liked your vision when you presented the idea, when you showed us what the selection was. I really liked the, idea of kind of just coming to the realization that that war has existed for a millennia, like a really long. It's always existed, and I think it's kind of interesting that we kind of find it necessary, but maybe that's just because that's just what we've always chose, but we don't have to choose.
What do you guys think would be the best case scenario for this play? Like, what do you want to see happen as a result of this play?
Well, I'd just like to start off by saying I hope that the people at the festival aren't just like, the Americans tried their best. Yeah. It would be nice if they thought it was like a good tribute or a good,
A positive
iteration of
representation
this.
of Brecht. Yeah.
Along those lines, this is maybe a good time to bring up that we just found out today that we did get approved for a grant for this, so
Oh, really?
we did. We now
Okay, nice.
yeah. It's about $1,000.
That, you sure it's not a scam?
No, that's great.
But it does also raise some new questions, which is, what, Meredith, was the previous budget?
0 to maybe $200. I was trying to see if I could get anything from our department chair, and it was kind of a no-go. So yeah, I did not anticipate this kind of funding. So the sky's the limit. I don't have a real idea for how to use it. I want to see what you guys say.
Create a nicer block.
Okay. In all honesty, if we're speaking truths, I'm negative 20 in my bank account. If you wanted to pay us something, just a little for help.
Okay, that's absolutely on the table. That's on the
I'm
table.
just saying.
Yeah, if you guys are the ones doing the labor, that's absolutely on the table for you to get paid for your work. That's on the table. I know that's not true for most art, but yeah.
That is kind of weird just because I feel like it's like a school production stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, an academic thing, but
Yeah, but then if you're getting paid for it, you can put it down as a professional job, so on your resume it looks better. I'm
Yeah,
just gonna put that out
that's
there.
true.
Even if it's like, $20, so I'm not negative on my bank account.
that's true.
This is for a film festival. It's already a professional
Yeah, so-
job.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not getting paid for it. It's better if you get paid for it. It makes it seem more real.
I mean, you don't have to get paid for it to be
I
professional.
was gonna say,
Yeah.
we took
Beg
this
it
project not getting paid for it.
That's true.
Okay.
Out of your love and desire for the arts and also for me as a director, I understand.
All right, what do you think we should do with the money?
Well, me personally, a few years ago would have said spend it on production or give it to the university maybe for expenses with the project. But now that I've been in college a few years, I am a broke college student, currently negative in 2 bank accounts. I was negative 110 in one, which I know seems stupid, but I have a lot of bills to pay, and I can't always work because I'm a theater major, because we're not appreciated for our time, unfortunately. So I think everyone in the process deserves a little piece of the pie just for their hard work, because it is a lot of hard work to do Brecht, because you don't understand what the fuck he's saying, and you have to put in a lot of study hours, you have to figure out exactly how you're going to say it, and then you have to work with people who are stupid. So I think, why not give the money to the people involved with the process?
So since the money is like intended for the show, we should probably put it back into the show. So we should maybe invest in some lighting, maybe some filters, or I don't know, someone to come in and help operate lights, or I don't know, something maybe fancier with maybe programming the lights or something.
I think it would be a really great idea to take this opportunity to really bump up advertising to the show, just so we can get more eyes on it, whether that be virtual advertising, creating a full-blown website where people can go and get information about it, like a virtual marquee that is accessible to people. With the amount of money we got, I feel like even in Kirksville, we could rent billboard space for that with that money. Like, if we really wanted to get it outside of just the college community, that's super doable. I don't know, we could pay people to actually canvas. We could pay people to be out tabling, talking to people, having discussions about the project. There's just so many different ways we could use that to engage with people, and not only just tell them, hey, this is happening, but hey, this is why it's happening and why we're trying to make it.
Seitdem bekannt wurde, dass die deutschen Auftraggeber eine aus der Sicht der Studierenden beträchtliche Geldsumme zur Verfügung stellen, ist eine gewisse Spannung unter den Projektteilnehmerinnen eingetreten.
Okay. Let's go from Ballad of an Unknown Soldier. I'd like to see the laughing stuff we worked on the very first rehearsal. Yeah, well, let's just stick with the laughing part. And then, let's see how that looks. Please.
We came from the mountains and the great seas to beat him to death. We set up our guns that reached every nook he could hide when he saw us. We caught him with a rope that stretched from Moscow to the city of Marseilles.
It's Marseille.
Marseilles.
It's Marseille, is how you'd say it.
It's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
Keep going, or
keep going. It's fine. Yeah, we're
All right.
fine.
We banded together 4 long years, letting our work lie fallow, and we stood in towns that were falling apart, calling each other in many tongues, from the mountains to the great sea, asking where he might be. And so in the 4th year, we struck him down.
Present were those he was born to see standing about him at the time of his death, us all. And present was the woman who had borne him, and all the silent when we came to him. Her womb torn out. Amen.
And when at last we battered him to pieces, we hit him so hard that he lost his face. Under the traces of our fist, we made him thus unrecognizable. Let him not look like the Son of Man.
All right, we're gonna pause for a second. Leah, I think your delivery was good. I think you need to be a little bit louder. I really couldn't hear everything you were saying. Also, no, for everybody, I know we're all tired and it's the end of the day, but for the laughing shtick to really play off, it's gotta like be impactful enough that it changes the energy, like because you guys are talking about really dark things, and then the electricity energy of like the raucous laughter is like meant to be the thing that puts it off. So I'd love if you guys could just bump up a little bit of the energy with the laughter. But yeah, let's take it from the
I would also love if Hank could possibly follow my lead in reading the lines and not try to differentiate.
What do you mean differentiate? It's Brecht. Like it's supposed to have stark differences. It's Brecht. That's the point.
Cup, are you talking about like, is he not?
He's not holding
You mean
the
that,
audience's hand. He needs to show them what we want them to see, and he's not doing it.
What? Do you,
Okay.
What? It's supposed to. It's supposed to be like juxtaposition. That's the point. Like, you're supposed to shock the audience into hearing your point. That's what Brecht does.
But you're going a little too back and a little too vague. It needs to be a little more pointed, like I am doing now, right in your fucking face.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I think
You laughed earlier when I said a word wrong. So I got a little problem with that.
Are we not supposed to be laughing during the scene?
Not when I'm getting corrected now.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
we can just let's just start, guys. Let's just start from the top, and then we can work through it. And let me know when you're worried about the direction it's going artistically. Let me know where the problem was, because I'm really not. I don't know exactly what the conflict is right now. I'd like to fix it. Let's just go from the top.
I'm in the same boat. I got everything we said to you about the death and murder of the unknown soldier and the devastation of his face, and also what we said about the efforts of his murderers to prevent his return is true. But he will not return.
His face has been a living like ours, till it was smashed and was no more a face, and it will never again be seen upon this earth, in one piece or in bits, and his mouth will not speak at the doomsday trial. There will be no such trial.
However, our brother is dead, and dead is the stone over him, and we regret every mockery spoken, and we wish to withdraw our charges.
Whoever he was for a long while now, a new man eats from his bowl of soup, and another one sits in his chair, which was his chair, and his friends have already stopped speaking about him.
So now, let us rejoice in each new morning, which is given to us for a gift.
We beg you, who once ago have struck him down, be still, don't start again. Your strife, he's dead. And we beg you, who struck him, why did you, friends? Why do you always, friends? At least remove the stone above him and held the triumph. It is not needed at all. It only gives us sorrow for it. Reminds us who had already forgotten the butchered man, reminds us daily newly of you who are still living, you who have not been beaten to death.
And why not?
It's in caps, man.
Just because it's in cap doesn't mean it has to be loud, dumbass.
Supposed to be significant.
Okay, I think that was good. I am feeling like we should probably take a 5.
I said it's a fucking layup.
What the fuck did you just say?
I just said this line's a layup.
Okay?
We're taking a 5. Okay, go to the bathroom, get a drink of water, take a 5, chill out. Okay, let's reset. Let's reset in a little bit.
probably the best timing she ever knocked something over, too.
Okay, let's just reset and take some time to let the energy dissipate. Okay. It's fine. We're fine.
How do you feel like the play is going?
Honestly, I'm just here for the class credit. I thought it would be easy, but I wasn't really expecting this much drama, you know?
It's going. Honestly, I'm just already stressed out. And this is kind of adding to it, like I graduate in a year and this is gonna be my life and I'm kind of freaking out just because like I did this because it was something I loved and now I don't know if I've wasted my time, like I'm a theater major, like all my friends are like gonna be doing amazing things, like they're gonna be doctors and here I am, I'm just pretending on stage and what the fuck am I doing with my life is.
I honestly don't know what the Germans were thinking. You know, they could go to any big theater city and they choose Kirksville, Missouri. That's a really poor decision on your part. It's a lot of money to throw down the drain, but you know, congratulations, you figured it out. And I have genuine questions about this festival. I have genuine questions about this drama department, and I don't really know where I go from here, but I guess any way is up from this play.
Guys. Please!
Every time I do something, I know how to act! I don't need to be told how to act!
Like, they're not fucking 5. I would flip the lights on and off, like, I don't know.
I don't know, what else do you want to do?
I don't know. I thought they weren't gonna act like fucking children.
First off, it's all her fucking fault.
Are you blaming the director?
Okay.
Are you
Well, why
Have you ever
not?
acted before? I mean, seriously, have you ever acted before? Because it doesn't look like it. Leave!
No!
Drop the fucking project! It's very obvious you don't want to be here. Just make it easy for everybody.
Why the fuck? Like, why? What's the point of doing this if we're all miserable?
We're all doing this because this is our passion, this is our thing. We make theater and we make art so that we can change people's minds. That's like the whole reason we're here.
I didn't sign up to get criticized constantly.
You're the one sniping at me. I have to defend myself.
Guys,
I mean, if you really wanted to make a difference, couldn't you just donate the grant money to like charity or something? Like that would make an actual difference, right? And that would be easier, right?
That's not.
Verehrtes Publikum, jetzt kein Verdruss. Wir wissen wohl, das ist kein rechter Schluss. Wir stehen selbst enttäuscht und sehen betroffen den Vorhang zu und alle Fragen offen. Der einzige Ausweg wäre aus diesem Ungemach. Sie selber dächten auf der Stelle nach. Verehrtes Publikum, los, sucht ihr selbst den Schluss. Es muss ein guter da sein. Muss.
To the next generation. I live in a time of darkness indeed. A harmless word is absurd. Smooth faces suggest indifference. He who laughs has not yet received the frightful news. They tell me, do eat and drink and be happy that you do. But how can I eat and drink when all that I eat is torn out of the mouth of the hungry, and my glass of water is missed by those who are dying of thirst? And yet I eat and I drink. I should like to be wise. In ancient books it is said what wisdom is. Keep out of the strife of the world. Live out your little time without fear. Get along without violence too. Pay evil back with good. Forget your wishes. Do not fulfill them. That is what wisdom is, but I cannot practice it. Indeed, I live in a time of darkness. You, who will rise from the flood in which we have gone under and drowned, consider also, when you speak of our weakness, our time of darkness, which you were lucky to miss. I ate my bread between the battles. I lay me down to sleep with murder all about, paid little attention to love, looked with impatience on nature. Our strength was small, and our goal lay far in a far wide distance, clearly visible, but to me, barely attainable. That is how I have spent the time given to me on earth. Besides, we know only too well, hatred disfigures the face, even if it is the hatred of misery. And wrath will crack the voice, even if it is the wrath at injustice. Oh, we who wished to plant the seeds of kindness could not ourselves be kind. But you, to be born in a time when man to man is a helper at last, think of us in the past with some understanding.